So this video shows how you can work with an iframe in a dialog component. So you can see here we have a simple dialog that's got a name control, a button, and then an iframe control, and the ID of the iframe is iframe_1, and in the style attribute here we've set the width of 6 inches and the height of 4 inches, and we've set the initial iframe URL to be about blank, which is the standard URL to display nothing in a browser. So this has got nothing to do with Alpha 5. It's the standard convention that all browsers support. So let's now go and run this in Firefox, where we can use Firebug to inspect the element. And if we go here and inspect the element over here, we can see that the iframe has an ID of iframe_1, which we already knew, and then the normal convention that Alpha 5 uses for all of the objects in a dialog is the dialog alias, which in this case is dlg1.v.r1. So knowing that, so let's just now copy this iframe ID to the clipboard and then go to the console in Firebug and type in .source equals http www.bing.com. So now we're going to set the source of this iframe to be Microsoft Bing. So I'll just go ahead there and run that, and you can see Bing shows up over there. So now let's go back to Alpha 5 and look at what we've done here. So we've got our input control called name, and we've set the default value of this input control to be the URL for Alpha's message board. And then here's this button, and let's go look now at the on-click of the button. So what the button is going to do is first create a JavaScript variable called URL, where we read the value that's inside this name control, and then we're going to get a pointer to the iframe by using the naming convention that we saw in Firebug. So that's the alias .v.r1 .iframe_1 .source.url. So this is the naming convention for elements that are not inside repeating sections. If this was inside a repeating section, then there would be _A5 instance 1 or _A5 instance 2, etc. tacked on to the ID. But we don't need to worry about that now because we're not in a repeating section. So let's go ahead now and run this. So you can see there we've got this default value, and now if I say set iframe contents, you can see that the iframe now contains the Alpha message board. If I go here now and type www.bing.com and then hit the set iframe contents, I see Bing over there. But now watch what happens if I try to do Yahoo or Google for that matter, and then hit set iframe contents. It doesn't work, and that's because Google specifically has code on their website that prevents google.com from being displayed in an iframe. That's not a restriction that Alpha 5 put on, that's a restriction that Google put on. So you need to be aware of that when you are using the iframe to display content. The same thing is true of Yahoo as well. They also won't let you display in an iframe, but Bing, as you can see here, does. So I hope you found that useful. Thanks very much.